Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to the weekly video update with myself, Ustada Fawzia. Today is Friday the 7th of November. So I'm going to kick off with, we don't have stars of the week because it's the first week that we're back. We do have house winners who are Franklin, so well done to Team Franklin. And our words of the week, so we are going to be starting a new set of words of the week. So the week before half term, all the students did the vocab quiz and we had the two winners who scored full marks. Now we're going to be starting a new set of words. So these words are epidemic, which means an outbreak of disease or illness, fathom, which means to understand something difficult after much thought, and flaw, which is a mark or blemish in an object, or it can also be a weakness in a person. Now these three words were actually the words that I mentioned in my last video. However, most of the classes didn't get to write these words in the vocab book, so we're just repeating them for this week. So they are the words of the week. The idiom of the week this week is take the bull by the horns, which means to deal with a problem in a very direct way. I would also, let me just look at my list of things to mention. Okay, so coming up next week, we have our parents' evening on Friday for Key Stage 4. So that's year 9, year 10 and year 11. Friday, we are expecting parents to come in. So Friday the 14th of November. So if you haven't received them today, you will receive them by Monday, the Google form. So you will log in, choose your appointments, and then come in at the right time. I would advise you, once you have booked your appointment, to make sure you make a note in your notebook, in your phone somewhere, so you know which appointments you have. If you put your email in, they will send you an email with your appointments, but just in case, it's always good to have a paper copy as a backup, or somewhere that you can easily see them. So that's going to be taking place on Friday, the 14th of November. Now, next week on Monday, which is Monday the 10th of November, we have the first round of our Spelling Bee competition. So we have had, mashallah, about maybe 20 or more than 20, about 30 students have signed up for the Spelling Bee, and the words have already been sent out to them. They've also had a paper copy of the words. There's 100 words. So if you have signed up, you will be, 7 words will be randomly selected for you to spell on the day. And we will do this at lunchtime. So the winners from round 1 will then be put forward for round 2, which will be the following Monday as well. So that's taking place on Monday at lunchtime. If your daughter has not signed up yet, but she would still like to, she still can do that. Even on Monday morning, she can come in and sign up for the contest. So at lunchtime is when it is taking place. We have also on Monday a deadline for student content creators. So as you know, we do lots of things on social media as well as on our website. So we really would like to have more student input in what is created. And we are looking for a few students to help produce content as well. So a Google form was sent out to the students. I think, yeah, it was sent out on Monday. So if your daughter would like to participate in that, working with a team, thinking, okay, right. So thinking about ways that we can promote not just the school, but also sharing our vision for education, and also trying to break down some of the stereotypes that people have surrounding Islam, particularly women, Islamic schools. So if you would like your daughter, or your daughter would like to participate in that, then please do get her to fill out that form, because Monday is the deadline and we'll be selecting the content creators. They do have to be able to stay back after school 1 day a week for about 30 to 40 minutes just to work on content, which we hope to be produced every week. We should have some content being produced. So that is for Monday. We also have next week is anti-bullying week. And they will have an assembly, a student-led assembly, as well as a tutorial. But on Friday, they will be, the last period of the day will be used to work on making friendship bracelets. So this is something arranged by the student council. And there's something else, some picture taking, which I won't mention here, but just some fun activities to take place on the last lesson on Friday, the 14th of November. We also have next week on Thursday, Year 7 will be going to an RE trip to the local Gurdwara. So they've been studying about Sikhism in the RE lessons with Ustada Hameena. And so they will come to school as normal. They'll be taking the bus, visiting the Gurdwara, and then they will be coming back as well on the bus. And they should be back at school for lunchtime. If you haven't given permission, because I've just checked, we had about 10 people who had given permission, please do give permission. Again, it's a Google form, just to make sure that we have everyone's permission to attend the trip. We also went, so on Thursday when they come back, at lunchtime we are running our first lunchtime club, which is a colouring club, which is led by Ustada Sanam. So students can drop in at lunchtime. I think it will be in the main hall, and they will just be doing some mindful colouring. So they will have markers and colouring sheets for them to do as well. And on Thursday, we will also be starting our first after school club, which is a writing club, which is led by Ustada Hameena. So they will be working with Ustada Hameena on different types of writing. It could be some creative writing. We are also trying to build up the school newsletter, where we will be sharing different articles students have written, and some of them will come from the writing club as well. And that could be articles, fiction as well as non-fiction. So that's taking place on Thursday. I have not prepared a Google form for that, and I will make a note of that to do. So if you would like your daughter to sign up, then fill out the form, and we will and then send her inshallah on Thursday after school. I put the details all in the form in terms of timings as well. We have then on Sunday next week, Sunday the 16th, our entrance exam for our new Year 7's 2026 intake. If you know anyone who'd like their daughter to start Lady Nafisa school for next year September, and they haven't signed up, they still have time, if they can do that today, because then we will have today and next week, and then they will be ready for the entrance exam. We'd like to do an entrance exam where we get everyone to come in one go, because then it becomes it's easier to manage, and then we will follow the entrance exam up with interviews and then offer letters, etc. So that's on Sunday the 16th, and we've done that on the weekend. So I know sometimes students find it difficult to take time off in the Year 6, particularly now Year 6 there's a lot of focus on SATs. So we've hopefully we're trying to make it a bit easier for parents, and by doing it on a Sunday. We'll see how that goes. We've never done it on a Sunday before, so that's something we're trying out this year, inshallah. And I think that is my whole for next week. I think that's everything done. Yes, that looks like everything. I hope you all have a good weekend, inshallah, and a good week next week. And I'll see you back here on Friday the 14th, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.